If you've ever wondered, how long does alcohol stay in your system, you're definitely not alone. Maybe you've got an early morning meeting after a night out, or perhaps you're curious about when it's safe to drive or take medication. The simple or, maybe not so simple answer is ... It depends. But let's break it down. First, there's a difference between how long you feel the effects of alcohol and how long it is actually detectable in your body. When you have a drink, your body kicks off a carefully coordinated process to break down the alcohol. Most of this workload lands on your liver, which handles around 90% of the alcohol you consume. The rest leaves your body through breath, sweat, and urine. So, let's create a scenario. Say you sip a glass of wine at dinner, about 5 ounces, which contains roughly 1 standard drink worth of alcohol. Unless you chugged it in a hurry, the effects kick in about 10 to 30 minutes, and you start feeling more relaxed or chatty. Now, your body doesn't get rid of alcohol instantly. Instead, it works at a pretty steady pace, about 1 standard drink per hour. But this is just an average. Many things can make the process faster or slower. Your age, body weight, metabolism, how healthy your liver is, whether you've eaten recently, and even your gender. Let's say you're about 70 kilograms or 154 pounds, with a typical metabolism. After that glass of wine, your blood alcohol concentration back will rise, then slowly fall as your liver metabolizes the ethanol. About an hour later, your back will have dropped by about 0.015%. If you stop drinking then, most of the alcohol will be gone within a few hours, but it could still be detectable. That brings us to the million-dollar question. Who's measuring, and what method are they using? If we're talking about breathalyzer tests, like the ones used by police at roadside checks, alcohol can be detected for up to 12 to 24 hours after your last drink, depending on how much you had. If you're asked to give a urine sample, alcohol metabolites can show up for 12 up to even 48 hours. Some advanced tests can detect evidence of alcohol use for up to 80 hours, thanks to specific byproducts like ethyl glucuronide, ETG. And get this, even after your BAC drops to 0, your body may still show signs that it processed alcohol in the past few days. Hair follicle tests, for example, can pick up markers of alcohol use for up to 3 months. Fortunately, these tests are rarely used outside of highly controlled situations, like rehab centers or legal investigations. But let's bring it back to the average person, and the kind of situations most of us find ourselves in. If you want to know when it's safe to drive after drinking, don't just rely on 1 drink per hour. Everyone's different, and the effects can linger longer if your metabolism is slower, if you had several drinks in quick succession, or if you drank on an empty stomach. Drinking coffee or taking a cold shower doesn't speed up how fast your body gets rid of alcohol. No matter what old myths you might have heard, only time will do the trick. It's also important to know that you might feel sober before your system has truly eliminated all the alcohol. Even if you feel clear-headed, a breath or urine test might still show you've been drinking. Let's do a quick calculation. Suppose you had 3 standard drinks, say 2 beers and a shot of whiskey over 2 hours at a party. Your body starts processing the first drink right away, but the next 2 pile up, waiting their turn. It might take your body 3 or even 4 hours after your last drink to fully break down all the alcohol you consumed. And this timeline gets longer if you have a higher back, drink more quickly, or have any factors that slow your metabolism. That's why a heavy night of drinking can still affect you into the next morning. To sum it all up, for most people, alcohol is metabolized at a rate of roughly 1 standard drink per hour, but can be detected by tests long after you feel sober. Breathalyzers might flag you for up to 24 hours, urine tests for up to 2 days, and special tests for even longer. So, if you're planning your evening or your next morning, it pays to err on the side of caution. Give your body the time it needs, drink water, and remember, no trick or shortcut can speed up the clock. Only time does the job.